And this is how it ends. Sunday Let's ReTelling 2001 ends tonight. Finally, am I right?
Get ready now. Going green.
Yeah. After this video is done, I have to record the year recap video. And yeah. As stated, we are driving as Daniela Bessone instead of Caravaldegran, as we almost overtake Laura and Stella in one go. But here comes turn one. Easy through here. Yeah, contact way. Ooh, shit. Okay, that was a little bit that happened. But in the meantime, we got Rachel, Juan Manuel, and Lydia in front of us. Behind them, we got Ami. Oi. And oi. There goes Rachel. Past newcomer Samuel Lipowitz, or Lipowicz actually. Past Marianne in her second ride with the 5 car. And the first, I guess you could say, her first ride full time with the 5 car. But in the meantime, up next is Cecily, 4th in the season. And Lydia's in the pits. Stay clear. Easy, there we go. Lydia's in the pits. I misjudged that one. As I have no idea who I'm side by side with. Oh, I'm side by side with Kimberly Gustafson, who replaces Rob Moroso for the race. Then up next, after Kimberly, is Bryn, 2001 champion, as we're still dealing with Cecily. Can we clear the 96? There we go. For the record, Danny will not be the one replacing Karia in the 85. Somebody else will take her place. I won't say who, but in the meantime, ooh. I clear Kimberly, I clear Bryn, I clear Jenny. Alessia Zani is in the 02. And through goes Jin again, we're side by side with Bryn. There we go. Come on. Can we make it past Alessia? And the answer is yes. Past Patty Mo, no. Actually, almost. We made it past one of the Penske cars. We make it past Patty Moise. Now next up is Jan. Then it's Tim Steele, Sophia, who's driving the 85 instead of the 01 because the 01 is already occupied. Then we got Gregorio Barros side by side with her, and leading the way is Celeste in the 51, replacing for the race John Nemechek. Okay. Yeah. As for the other drivers, Juan Manuel Bachigolo in the 46, Ray Hisako in the 1 car. She will be the replacement for, and Dimitra Gregorius in the lead. She will be the replacement for Sean in 2002. Alex, I mentioned it. I mentioned and who else I forgot to mention. Faye is driving the 47. of Noel, only for this race, because again the 44 is already taken. She will be returning to the 44 for 2002, of course.
Keep high. The next car's the leader. Still there. Clear inside.
I'm sticking to the outside.
Still there.
There we go.
Clear.
And there's the reason why. As we power past Gregorio.
Keep high.
And we take the lead.
Stay high. Clear.
Actually, never mind. But
Inside. Stay high.
we're gonna make it happen, hopefully.
Still there.
There we go. We are in the lead. Of course, Laura driving the 19 as I stated. But I think that's all of them. And of course, it's Daniela replacing Katia, and we are in the lead. And it's going to be our first actual lap in the lead. Okay, nice. There we go. But yeah, this season has been fun to make. Again, I would have liked a more positive record than a rehash of 1999 with 2-1 and 3 lost. But still, I was genuinely worried this was going to be my worst performance, worst years in terms of performance, and turns out it wasn't. But yeah, let's see what was going to happen with 2002. But yeah. Everything I want to say, I'm going to say it in the year-end video, which I'm going to do after this video is done, as I stated. But yeah, and also as I stated, I am not going to do any major plans until after Grey Speed releases something like 2002. Because again, of the whole story we read. However, I will say that tomorrow I will do part 2 of Path of Radiance, and then on January I will start posting the videos of the January project. So yeah. Hey, everyone's shite. Oh, come on. And once the Grand Racing League Redemption run ends, then I will finish off with the 2001 Side Series. Nice. I'll make the corner. Okay, whoa. Okay, that felt wrong. But yeah, we are approaching a lapped car, which I assume that's Bryn. Yeah, it's Bryn, sure. Lydia, because she wrecked out, and of course I had to go to the pits. And yeah, I know I already mentioned this in the comments yesterday, but yes, I've seen the news that Denny Hamlin's father passed away in that house fire. And first and foremost, of course, condolences to Danny and his whole family. The second thing is, after all the bullshit that he had to go through this year, he's gonna come into 2026 as the biggest babyface of the season. He's going to have like half of the fandom that are reasonable persons that behind his back. Because yeah, the amount of bullshit you have to go through, apart from the December has been really cruel for NASCAR as a whole. You know, Michael Annett dying, Greg Biffle dying, the lawsuit that, well, I guess it was a partial win, but it did show us a lot of bad stuff between. But it did show a lot of bad stuff with the guys that run NASCAR. You know, the whole the message that said that Richard Childress is fucking stupid and all that.
Clear.
The messages that said that Childress is a stupid redneck, and all the insults to Childress. And of course, as one guy, or rather not one guy, or as some a lot of people thought, if this is the way they think of the guys that actually run the cars, only God knows what they think of the fans. It did expose a lot of ugly truths about current NASCAR. NASCAR leadership, and of course also some bad stuff in relation to Denny Hamlin's inner circle, especially Denny Hamlin, Michael Jordan's, because of course I cannot. 2411 is owned by Hamlin and Jordan, so of course he has to be mentioned too. The lawsuit, of course, losing the title at Phoenix did what he did, which, yes, again, if it was a normal season, if the playoffs didn't exist, it would still lost it. But in the context of the playoffs, yeah, the guy was just straight up robbed. Then what? Well, I wouldn't say robbed, near wrong, because at the end of the day, he made the bad call. The speaker made the bad call. But still, him losing the title and the way he did, of course, the lawsuit, and now I completely derailed what I wanted to say. I mean, of course, it's been a rough December also for Danny, because it's been a rough period for Danny, because again, losing a Phoenix, the lawsuit, and now the loss of his father. And what I wanted to say was that December has been really bad for NASCAR. Again, with shit. Oh god. With the way Phoenix went, again, the lawsuit that exposed a lot of other issues about current NASCAR leadership. Michael and the quick succession of Michael Annett dying and Greg Biffle dying, and now this. I guess I could also count Brad Keselowski with his skiing accident, but at least he came out. At least he only has a broken leg, so I don't really count that one. But yeah, December has been really fucking ruthless to NASCAR this year. So, yeah. Shit. Oh, come on. Oh. I need to start braking a little bit earlier, actually. I mean, other than that is that I'm, since considering, like, what, 60 seconds away from Gregorio? But yeah. But yeah, let's see what 2026 is going to bring to NASCAR. because we still don't know who the champion is going to be crowned. And Daytona is what, a month and a half away. So yeah. In the meantime, there's Rachel and Noel. Noel, sure. Faye. Noel is already left for Europe. As did Daniel, by the way, Daniel Hoy. Which explains why they ended up hiring Ray instead of Daniel. But there you go, we'll lap them. Maybe both. There we go, yeah. Okay, 6 to go. Six to go at the line now. And as for me, this was something that I will say. The thing that I'm looking forward to the most next year is, of course, to travel to Korea. Actually, I did travel abroad, but only in Europe, and it was with my high school. It was in the UK at my third year of high school, and then I went to Germany under the Erasmus program. The Erasmus being the program where students can go to other European countries to study. It's basically, I guess you could say, an over-glorified student exchange program. And I applied to it in, I believe, my fourth year of high school. I don't exactly remember, but yeah. But this trip in Korea is, for these purposes, the first time I am going outside of Europe. And yes, if you're asking, I do have my passport, so I'm good. Oh, and I went to the UK before the UK left the EU for Brexit. I mean, Brexit already happened. The actual votation already happened, but they were still. This was the period in which they were still in the EU. So yeah. I didn't have to bring my passport. I only did my ID card. But yeah, free to go at the line. Ooh, almost made my best lap. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Around the corner. Brakey. There we go. Now 2 laps to go. And now we got the best time, our best time. But yeah, of course, big shout out to Grey Speed for making the Sunday Night Lights as a whole, but also thank you for following this thing from start to finish, even though this ended up becoming... I decided to make this thing way longer than normal, than you might have been used to. And, yeah. Let's see what's going to happen in 2002 as we take the white flag. 1 lap to go, 1 lap left in 2001. Around turn 1 and turn 2. There we go. For the back stretch. Launch the car. Hard brake. I'm gonna make. Don't touch the. Okay, there we go. Nice. And around the final corner. And 2001 is done. We take the flag. We win in Brazil. 2001 is done.
One problem. How are we gonna get your head out of that car?
Oh God, it's finally over. Oh God, it's actually finally over. So Gregorio wins. So I was actually expecting him to be that good, but yeah. The final act of 01 is complete. Into the pits we go. There's my pit stall. Don't mess up. Okay, that's a bit too... There we go. So, hold on a minute. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, we win at Rio. Second is Gregorio. Third is Sofia. Fourth is Celeste. Then is Tim Steele, Jen Eisner, Patty Moise, Alessia Zane, Jen Orlando. Emperor Corden, the 2001 champion, rounds up the top 10. Then we got Kimberly Gustafson, Cecily Kendrick, Ami Miazno, Samuel Lipovich, Marianne Taylor, Juan Manuel Bacigalupo in the last ever race for the 46 car. Then it's got JDS, Jessica DeShields in 17th, Laura Serradori in 18th, Stella Davis in 19th, Ray Isaac in 20th, and a lap down are Faye Whitaker, Rachel Lemieux, and Lydia Murray. Oh, fucking God, it's finally over. Now all I have to do is just take the screenshot for the thumbnail, edit the video, and then post it. But yeah, this was Sunday Night Lights ReTelling 2001, and again, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who followed this series from start to finish. I'm aware I ballooned the length of this a lot more than you might have used, but I feel like it actually was for the best. I felt the Worcester Cup series was a little bit better. At least the Cup side was a hell of a lot more better. In terms of taking my own time. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that for 2002 and of course 2002 and beyond. And also, of course, needless to say, shout out to Grace P and his entire team. All the painters, of course, I think Crossgender made the SoCal. Basically, a big shout out in general to Grace Speed and the Southern Lights team for making it what is actually a really fucking good story, and of course for making all the cars available for me to actually just ruin everything they've done by shoving them some anime characters and bull and shit. But yeah, so this is it. 2001 is done. Now there's only the 2001 side series to complete, and that's gonna take a little while before we begin. But for fantasy purposes, the main series is done. So There is nothing else to say other than this has been it for this video and for 2001. If you liked it, give it a like. If you see more content like this, subscribe and click notification bell so you get the next video drops. I have nothing else to say other than see you in 2002, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.